All right, Shalom. Brother Kashkwala coming back at you with a swift blessing in the spirit, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone of Rome and Teach Well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. It's gonna be real quick, man. This lesson. I guess I'll name it. Sometimes you just gotta be content with where you at. If you're going through good times, be definitely be content with where you at. You know what I'm saying? Because good times always brings a little bit of joy and a level of yeah, you could say it, a level of comfort to you or whatnot. But when you're going through your bad times, man, sometimes you gotta thug it through and understand that you ain't gonna get out of it any faster than what the Lord wants you to. It's the same thing, like I said, with good times. You shouldn't be wanting to look to get out of that, but you understand that everything's temporary, and sometimes there could be a storm on the horizons that you may have to endure or that you may have to go through. So, of course, I got this Philippians up. It says Philippians 4:14. It says, "Notwithstanding ye have well done that ye did communicate with my affliction." It says, uh, Salakia. Let me start at 10. That's what I meant. Salakia. Verse 10, it says, "But I rejoiced in the Lord greatly, that now at the last your care of me hath flourished again." Of course, he's talking to the church of the Philippian church, where reading this book shows how brotherly the Philippian church was. Even though he was at other cities and things of that nature, the Philippians cared for him more than some of the places that he was in. That really does say a lot. So it says, "Now that at the last your care of me have flourished again, wherein you were also careful, but you lacked opportunity." So pretty much like, even though you may not had it like that, you still gave a shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So verse 11, it says, "Not that I speak in respect of want," right? So he's not saying that I wanted anything from you. "For I have learned in whatsoever state I am therewith to be content." So let's deal with it. All right. So let's get that word content in the Greek real quick. Let's deal with it.
Strong's G 842. Austarkes. Austarkes.
Austarkes, and it means what? It says sufficient for oneself. All right. So regardless if you're in a state, maybe you may be going through something, or you may be going through nothing, because that's a status as well. That's what I mean by a state. Whatever your status is, um, there's one thing that always stays constant and consistent. The Lord always puts clothes on your back. The Lord always gives you a place to rest your head, regardless if it's uncomfortable or not. You know what I'm saying? You may have to sleep on a brother's couch. Shit, you may have to sleep in your car. You may have to go get a hotel. You may have to go sleep with in-laws. Whatever the fuck it is, he gonna give you a place to stay. All right. He's gonna give you something to eat, clothes on your back. Like I said, you may still have a job. You may still have your transportation. So, you know, is it really that bad? Sometimes you have to look at it like that. Um, it says strong enough or possessing enough to need no aid or support. Now, of course, we lean on one another. Each of us brothers are each other's crutches. That's how the camp works. We all, if we're all mourning, if one brother's mourning, we all mourning. If one brother's up, we all up. You know what I'm saying? We work as a cohesive unit together. You know, but sometimes it's like you're good. You don't really need anything from anybody. You are sufficient, like it says right here, meaning content. It says independent of external circumstances, contented with one's lot, with one's means, though the slenderest. Um, so contended with one's lot and one's means. So you good with what you got. So Paul is saying Let's read it again. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state or status I am in, wherewith to be content. Right. So you just have to bear whatever you're going through. In life in general, you have to bear life in general. All right. You gotta just be content where you at and understand that everything is temporary. Your statuses always change. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Salaki. Look at your life as a stoplight. The status of a stoplight always changes. You got red where your fucking life is on a damn pause, man. You're on a halt. Like, ah, crap. Then you have the yellow or orange, whatever the fuck you want to call it, light, which means yield. And sometimes you're just yielding, waiting for the next thing, whether it be good or bad. You're just chilling, you could say. And then you got green, where you on go, where you up, but the statuses change, and they go back and forth from one another. They go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You see what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to be content, so you can adjust and use some adaptation or adapt to the circumstances. So verse 12, it says, I know both how to be abased and how to abound. So being abased is like being low. All right. And abounding is, of course, you're abound. You abound. Matter of fact, let's just get the word. But abounding, you up. Okay. All right. Let's get the word abound.
Strong's G 4052. Perisuo. Perisuo.
Perisuo, and it means to exceed a fixed number of measures. All right. It says to be left over and above a certain number of measures. See that? It says to be over. That, so like I said, that means when you abounding, that means you up. Be content with that. Okay? Be content when you up. Sometimes, being in Babylon, you could have that spirit of never satisfied, which I'm not fully knocking that mentality, but sometimes how people move when they say they're never satisfied turns into a real lust and greed and desire for what the fuck ever, and they have no temperance. Like the scriptures, what is that? Peter, I want to say, tells you to add temperance to yourself or to your spirit. Okay, temperance is controlling one's lust and desires. The word desire means a longing or a love for. Okay, and you have to be temperate in this world, because you'll be longing and in love with things of the world, which that's enmity to the Most High. Okay, instead of having a longing or loving for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, you'll catch yourself so caught up in other things that you're not giving your full undivided attention to what you need to be given to. Don't get me wrong, you can want things and stuff and let it just be that. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta let it be that. So with that being said, let's go back to the verse real quick. It says verse 12, it says, I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. So let's get one more word there. As you see, I emphasize one of the words.
Strong's G 3453. Mueo. Mueo.
Mueo is instructed to initiate into the mysteries. To teach fully, to instruct. All right, to accustom one to a thing. So, what is Paul saying right there? He says, "I am instructed." All right, so I am told to be content, or really. You hear me chuckling or whatever, because sometimes your flesh gets sensitive and crap. That's why you have to battle it every day to be more spiritual. The Lord is telling you to get used to it. All right. So really, what Paul's saying is, I'm being a man. I was told to be a man. All right. And understand that I'm going to go through my ups and downs. And whenever I go through my ups, to be humble. And when I go through my downs, of course, be humble. But don't get bent out of shape. Get accustomed to it. All right. You're taught to go. You're taught. And that's true. When you read these scripts, I'm just keeping it real. The script is just, it's good news to us, but to a mind that's not privy to the again, like it says, initiate into a mind that's not initiated into the mysteries, will view the message that the Bible is given as bad fucking news, man. And they wouldn't, and they don't know how to deal with that. See, we look at it as good news, so we're instructed of these things that are told about these things that are coming. Oh yeah, instructed, because the Lord has initiated us into the mysteries, into understanding the mysteries. Therefore, we have come accustomed to understanding I'm about to go through some hard times. When I come to serve the Lord and prepare my soul for temptation, think it not strange going through your fiery trials. We have those scripts to instruct us and understand to be content with whatever we're going through. So if you low, get accustomed to it. But understand that it's temporary. Give a little quote from a brother in my camp, Priest Tazion. Shalom, bro. He said, hey man, life's good minus the bullshit. It's a very simple saying, and it's true. He said, life is good, really, minus the bullshit. When you can X out and minus the bullshit, even though it may happen to you, it can be annoying, and just really sit back and really think about everything that you got, what you've done, where you've been. You're still alive, you're still breathing, still around bros, you can still do a lesson, still doing what you're doing. Life is really good. And that's how you learn how to be content with where you at. All right, and things won't get to you as much anymore. So I just wanted to be swift with that lesson and come out, just say a few words on Philippians. So Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone and rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Till the next time, we'll say shalom, and like always, repent, for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believe. Shalom.